giving mad and blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Watch 98. 98's the mic. 6-man. Check we go. 93, 52, 93, 44, 44.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, exit. Watch 98. Heavy. Bandit. Watch the ship.
Throwing, Dalton. And Eifert has it. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 45-yard line. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
And he's got this down to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
1st down, Cincinnati. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Regular. See me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare.
A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. And he slings one that's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2 by 2. Move. 198. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Here we go. 198. Watch 98. 98. Go 368. Wide. Get wide.
2nd and 10. Dalton once more. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception.
There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Bullock good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Williams. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On first down, Mixon. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On second and very short, Dalton. Blitz coming, and down he goes. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Green. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Hey, Charlie.
Here we go. Mike 55, Mike.
Dalton now to pass. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. Going up top. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 49 yards. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming out. They'll try to run it. This is Conner. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Boswell for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. From the 31. Dalton Green with a catch left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Mixon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Go, go. That's track. Heavy.
Dalton, 1st and 10. That's complete to John Ross. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. But it's going to be 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Joker. 2-by-2. Move. Stop.
Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on 3rd down.
Let's go, defense.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And taken at the 46. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
Hands up. Hey. I got you. I got you. Nice. 368. Hey, team 6. Team 6. 26 Mike. Heavy. Watch it. Hands up.
1st and 10 for Dalton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Mixon running right. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they run with Mixon.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And Bengals on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and goal. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Bullock Bullock will put this one through, and they take a 17-14 lead. Now, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis? And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Watch twitch. Watch the twitch.
Roethlisberger will throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 23 yards the pickup there.
Let's go.
Yeah, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Roethlisberger. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 26.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Throw that side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now counter. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Hey, Haywood. 198. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Heavy. Undercut.
Passing, it's Dalton. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Regular. Here you go, 368. 14.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go. Yeah. You don't want none. 198. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Watch the run. There you go. 368.
On 2nd and inches, Dalton. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Mixon. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mixon with it. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
10.
Throwing on 2nd down. Dalton. His throw caught right around the 6. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. They come out here in the eye. The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. Here's Mixon. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
This is taken at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football. The big fella. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. C.J. Uzomah. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And the lead is now 13. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. Open man right side of Smith-Schuster, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Roethlisberger throwing complete to McDonald. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
230, alert.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
6-6, pull it,
45-yard line.
Twist. Check 52. Check. Lucky. Check 26. Pick the edge.
Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Bravo.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 50.
Rager. You must be dreaming.
Watch safety green.
To throw here, Dalton. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards. And the Bengals 1st down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. The Pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Hey, let's go.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Again, it's Mixon. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Hey, exit. Check back. Watching your 5.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
368.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A 10-yard touchdown run. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Bengals 34, Steelers 14. Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Carl Lawson, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Kill. Hey, turn it out. Check 4. Slam. 49, check. Black, what's that?
One last shot for Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Bengals, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.